Hey guys, what's going on? Quick video here for you, and I just want to get a little bit real in the sense that I want to discuss the channel and the Star Wars fandom and their interests, just to get some intel and feedback to put into the channel. So, as you know, and if you're new to the channel, this will be news to you. I've been around on YouTube with Star Wars Theory for almost 7 years. We're coming up to the 7-year anniversary, end of July. Got some really working on some really nice merch for you guys, a cool drop, prequel themed. And I've definitely noticed over the years a lot of the overall interest for different content has always changed. And I think this video will be beneficial to a lot of other Star Wars YouTubers out there who are maybe up and coming, or they're noticing the same thing. But I've found over the years that interests definitely change. In the beginning, fan fictions, Star Wars comics, things like that were really popular. And I found that I was the first one, to my knowledge, to do sound effects, music, voice acting, which some people didn't enjoy, but a lot of people found to be funny, or help them to throw them into the story as a whole. And I really enjoyed making them, and they were extremely successful on YouTube. Like, sometimes I would do comic videos, and within a few hours they'd be at like 200,000 views, and people really loved them. Like, you guys are, let me know if you guys have been here since July of 2016, or if you've been here since like the early days of the comics, when I would cover the Dark Horse comic stuff, which was like my favorite time on the channel, bro. Like, one of, that, and of course the live streams with the games. But yeah, like when we did Darth Vader in the Ghost Prison, that comic series, when I covered that, the Dark Horse version, oh my gosh, dude, like I had such a great time covering that, and you guys were like salivating for my production of it, and I really enjoyed that, man. Like the voices, the sound effects, the music I choose, the certain transitions, everything I would edit in my own particular way, and it was really according to my design. And so I would love making those videos. But as time went on, I've noticed that people aren't really all that interested anymore. And it could be for a number of things. Either my topics suck. Like, for example, these 2 fan fictions I just released this last week for my channel did really poorly. But then if you look at like me talking about like some news crap, they do great. They literally quadruple almost in numbers. And it's disheartening to me, for sure, because I find maybe Star Wars has become more mainstream now, where people are just focused on topical things like news or whatever. And the diehard fans kind of have maybe lost interest, or they're just not interested in the fan fictions that I make anymore. Maybe the topics are lame. But definitely it wasn't like this, 4 years ago, 3 years ago, even. 2 years ago, definitely things really did start to change. And I noticed a big change after The Last Jedi, for sure. But beyond that, it was the last 2 years, I think, 2.5 years, has just been a really big shift. I've always tried to push the envelope with my channel. Animations, which are extremely expensive, but really fun to make. And then I loved my series of, top 10 interesting facts. Why did they lose series? Making a Star Wars concept, behind the scenes, bonus DVDs, who was more powerful series. And then, of course, lore videos, which used to be extremely popular, like Darth and Didu, the immortal Sith god, Darth and Didu. Like, people used to love that kind of stuff, man. How to Become a Sith, Star Wars, like 6 years ago. And of course, these videos have been around for a while. So, people are there's a longer period of time to watch them. But I find just the overall interest for people to watch different Star Wars videos and topics has really shifted. And it's almost gotten to the point where it's like people just want drama, or they want news. They'll watch that shit in a heartbeat, right? But then again, I'll cover, like, the latest lore stuff I covered was stuff from the book The Rise of Dark Lord, The Rise of Darth Vader, which the Darth Vader videos were really well received, right? Like, what the galaxy thought of Vader immediately after Revenge of the Sith. 200K views. Vader's thoughts if Anakin never turned to the dark side. 221K views. Beautiful. People really enjoy that kind of stuff. And it makes me so freaking happy. And no, not because of the views. Believe it or not, I'm really not interested in views. I'm interested to make stuff that is well received, to make stuff that you guys really enjoy. I mean, look, please put yourself in my shoes. It's been almost 7 years. I've seen the highs and lows of numbers. The channel has a total overall view count of over 1.11 billion views. Getting views to me doesn't really like fire off my receptors, my dopamine anymore. Sure, it's cool, but it's not my forefront. It's not my main focus, and it's not the reason I would make or shift to content. The thing I'm trying to get to is, what are you guys interested in? I've noticed people have changed their interests. They're not that into the stuff they used to be. And I'm wondering why. What can I do to bring that back, if I can do anything? And what do you have to say for me? So I'm asking for your guys' input on things here, and kind of like I don't want to call it an investors meeting, you know, like how companies have, but sort of. I mean, you guys are all basically the reason I'm here. So I want to take into account the stuff you guys enjoy. And when looking at, you know, the timeline of the channel and the almost 3,000 videos, that's a lot of videos, man, in under 7 years. I definitely do notice, and I pay attention to my work and my content, and I want to know, you know, what is the interest these days? You know, things are changing. Back in my day, things were fan fictions and comics and theories and this and that. But, you know, now it's sort of topical. Like if a show is out, like that shows, anything on that show, any video on that show does well. But like for example, what if Thrawn was in Return of the Jedi? I'm going to change this video a bit, upload it once Ahsoka is out and Thrawn comes out. Remember this video. For those of you here, remember this video. Remember what I'm about to say. This video will do much better than this view count right here. Simply a testament to what is popping, what's, you know, being pushed in the algorithm on YouTube, and the overall interest for a character. So if Thrawn comes out, it's going to be everywhere. People are going to be making Thrawn videos all over the place. And this is kind of like how you grow, in a sense, if you're a new channel. So please take that into consideration. And that's maybe a way that something that will help you. But anyways, just asking, you know, what's your guys' view on things? For example, also, what if Kylo Ren fought Jango Fett? Love doing these fantasy battle videos. I've got, you know, a million of them. Who is more powerful series? Or, you know, why did they lose series? It's along the same sort of tracks. And it's mixed with a fan fiction. I'm animating this one. That'll be out in a few weeks, maybe even less, actually. And as you can see, you know, the views were absolute garbage, right? Not good compared to like something else, which is, in my opinion, like crap compared to making something creative and fun, but which, you know, used to pop off really good. So I'm just wondering, yeah, like, what do you guys think is the reason? What are you guys interested in? You still interested in me covering comics and fan fictions? Or is this something that I should do specifically and upload specifically on my podcast channels like Spotify, Apple iTunes, Amazon Audible, etc. So, and by the way, big thank you to everyone who has gone over and downloaded videos on Spotify and Apple iTunes. It's now up on every single podcast platform there is, at least pretty much all of them. So I really appreciate you guys going over there and checking it out. And I love that a lot of you are happy that it's back, and I am too. So yeah, just let me know what you guys think. That's it. Thanks for checking out the vid, and I'll be reading the comments very, very carefully. So yeah, love you all. Have a great day. And here's to almost 7 years.